You can record on. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Ignite the Glow Within. It's a masterclass. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Thank you for joining me. If you don't know, my name is Ms Jelisha J, Coach Jelisha J, and I help you challenge your limited beliefs so that you can align and manifest the life that you desire. And I hope you do this by giving you tools and resources to open up your heart space so you can live a more authentic life. And so I'm just really, really excited to get into this with you guys and to share a little bit of knowledge that I've come into as far as igniting your own glow within. I had this revelation today, just preparing for this live, of there was a reminder. I wrote a blog back in October of last year. And when I wrote the blog, it was called Running from Stillness. And when I wrote the blog, I was really, really sad at that time. Like I felt really insecure. I was feeling like, nothing was happening the way I wanted it to. My business wasn't happening the way I wanted to. My love life was stinking. Everything was just kind of crumbling. I wasn't doing things I really wanted to do. I was just eating a lot. I was very just sad. And I'm a self-love coach. So I've been doing this for about 3-4 years now. And so I normally know how to work through emotions and work through feelings. But at that time, and I just felt stuck, just completely stuck. And I knew I was like on the precipice of going into a deep depression and like a deep, deep sadness. And I knew it was coming if I didn't change something, but I didn't know how to change it. I pretty much lost my glow. I lost the light within myself. And so that blog coming to my attention today, out of all days doing this, it kind of just reminded me that was 6-7 months ago. And I'm in a different space now. And the reason why I did this masterclass and the reason why I want to teach you guys this or implore it to you is because it only takes one decision. It only takes one choice that you make that can change your life, that can change you from 6 months ago, you might have been sad, hurting, to today, you in a totally different space. Your life is in a different space, but it just takes one choice and then continuously making that choice for yourself every single day, choosing you. And that's hard. It can be daunting because we all got stuff going on. We all got life happens and shows up for us. And so I want to just look here. Oh, Gail, thank you. She puts comments here. Thank you, Gail. But no, life shows up for you and you just have to, it's almost like you have to choose yourself, prioritize yourself, put yourself first to find that glow. And the glow resides in all of us. We just have to have the tools or the skills to remember where it is or to find it again. And I just wanted to tell you guys, because 6 months ago, I was down. And I don't even recognize the person I was 6 months ago. I don't even associate with her anymore. But if I can go through the process, if I can try to find my own glow within, hopefully you can find your own glow within as well. Okay. So I'm going to pull up, I did a work plan for us, like it's a PowerPoint. And y'all, this is my first time using any type of technical mechanics on the screens. And so this is a little bit different for me. Okay. So let me know if you can see the screen or when you can see it. Can y'all see it?
Beautiful.
Oh, you can see it?
Yes.
Oh, you can't? Okay, great. So I'm going to enlarge this. And let's see if we can get this going. Okay, so we're in Ignite Your Glow Masterclass. If I want to just implore to you guys before we start, it's a lot of information I may be giving to you guys. You may, after you receive the information, whatever resonates for you, write it down. If something comes up for you that touches your spirit, make sure you plug in, write it. That way you can reference it later. Also, when we do the meditation, things may start coming up for you instantly, or things may start coming up for you days later, weeks later. Just pay attention. Just honor yourself. You're not here to get everything at once. We're not here to you gotta have like this outline. Okay, you gotta do A, B, C, D, E, F, G to get to where you want to be. It's the small steps, the small things that we do that create a lifelong change and big change. And so we want to look at things from a small perspective. My friend always says, take the meat and spit out the bones. So what resonates for you is for you. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Keep pushing. You just keep pushing. Okay. So pretty much, what is your glow? When I think of a glow, I think that society, or even just anybody, we kind of look at people as people who are beautiful, aesthetically beautiful, or people who dress a certain way or have a snatched body, or, you know, makeup done, whatever, that they are the confident ones. They're the ones with the glow. And I used to always be told, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty, you're so, you know, but I never was complimented on my energy, my essence. And me doing the work as far as plugging into myself, loving on myself, I get you're pretty sometimes, but more likely I get, I love your energy. I love your vibe. I love your aura. Oh my gosh, your confidence. And that's what the glow is. Your glow is pretty much, it resides within all of us. But sometimes what happens is that, you know, we get disappointed, we get hurt, we get rejected, we go through different things, and we can lose sight of that inner glow. We can disassociate from who we truly are. Your glow is your power. It is how you move. It's how you speak. It's your confidence. It's when you walk in a room, people know, they can sense that this person cares for themselves. This person carries themselves differently. When you engage with others, how you conduct yourself as far as speaking up for yourself, honoring your needs, honoring your boundaries, that all equates the glow. It's the essence of you. It's just you. It's just being who you are, not trying to be anything else as far as what society wants or what mama wants, what daddy wants, what man wants, what anybody wants. It's just you, honoring you. It's your identity. And if you're okay with your identity, if you're okay with you, that's the glow. That's the essence. Now, it does say we all come into this world with our own personal glow that is specially made for us. I'm not like anybody else. You're not like anybody else. Your friends not like anybody else. Your man, your children. We all came in this world differently. We all came in this world with our own unique traits. When we were born with certain traits, certain things that no one else can take from us. But the light can change. Now, I do want to talk about how you know you're not in your glow or in your confidence, or you're not feeling good about yourself. You'll see certain signs. Of course, I would think the first thing is that you're insecure. You could be insecure with your body. You could be insecure speaking up for yourself. You can be insecure with, you know, your boundaries. You can be insecure with even at your job, being afraid to apply for a new position or being afraid to go for that interview. There's a part of you that's insecure within because you have this idea that I'm not worthy enough or I'm not good enough. So that means you don't really have confidence within self, right? There's discomfort within. So it ties into insecurity. If you're in a space where, because our body remembers everything. So if you're in a space where you feel physically ill, trying to speak up for yourself, or if you diminish yourself, you people please, you're passive aggressive, you act like everything's okay when it really isn't, and your body showing up where you have stomach aches or you have stomach pains, you have chest pains, you have throat issues. A lot of times when we have throat issues, it can be equated to us not actually speaking up for ourselves, of us acquiring our needs and not using our voice when we need to. We'll get, you know, you get itches in your throat and it could be sore throat. Why doesn't it go away? What is this? And it's not a sickness. It's actually your body trying to show you something, saying, hey, you need to start speaking up for yourself. You need to start owning your needs. Or you may have chest pains. Chest pains can be attributed to, and this can be two-way, but you may have chest pains where you're not honoring your boundaries. You're letting people walk all over you. You're not honoring your needs as far as emotionally, spiritually, physically, in a relationship, in a friendship, and you can start having chest pains. A lot of times when we ignore like the warning signs, maybe body issues or just not feeling good, then that's when we can have dis-ease within. And we manifest that in a way that if we ignore our stress levels, we ignore things that are not healthy for us, then it can manifest in actual illnesses. I'll use myself as an example. Before I started my spiritual journey in 2016, I was 26. I think I was 26 at the time, and I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. Now, I was very much in shock because I'm 26. I was the smallest I ever been. I was working out with a trainer 6 days a week. And I'm like, how is it I got high blood pressure? I need to be on medication now. I was taking 10 milligrams of, I forgot the brand of the medication, but that was scary for me because I couldn't understand where did this come from. But doing the actual peeling back the layers, it started at my job because I was so like sick ridden. I would have panic attacks. I would have anxiety attacks because I really wasn't happy at the place I was at. I was really, really struggling at my job. Like it gave me dis-ease within. It gave me, it just, every time I walked in the building, I had so much dread. And so that dread led to the blood pressure, high blood pressure. And the high blood pressure was a symptom of showing me, hey, you're not good here. This is not serving you. This is causing dis-ease. You're not honoring yourself. So that's how it can manifest. It can manifest in different ways if we ignore it. It can be anxiety. It can be depression. It can also be self-doubt, worry. It can be shame. Now, we all have shame. We all have dealt with shame. We all have things we're not like proud of, things that we wish hadn't happened, things that we wish we could forget or we can let go of, or we're still angry about it. The only thing with shame is that shame holds us hostage. So it has us in this space of thinking we're not worthy, we're not good enough. Why does this always happen to me? You know, it can hold you back from experiencing things that you really want to experience, of being fully in your glow, of being magnetic, of being of love. Shame just keeps you locked in. It keeps you bounded by something that has happened in the past. And while we can't change what's happened to us, we can do something about this present moment. And so the more that we give energy to something that we can't go back and change, the more we're just staying stuck in that memory, stuck in that pain, stuck in that place of just in bondage, pretty much, just bondage. Another way you know you're not in your glow is that you're fearful. I mean, we all have fear, but you allow the fear to hinder you. So you don't pursue the job you want. You don't open yourself up to love. You don't open yourself up to new friendships. You're afraid to move forward. I used to always be the type of person where I say, no new friends. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust so-and-so. I don't trust this person. But when you say those things, what you're really saying is that you don't trust yourself. You're fearful of the choices that you make. You're fearful of who you allow into your life, who you allow to experience you. And so, as I was saying before, shame keeps you bonded. Fear keeps you bonded as well, in bondage, because I would say that the world is open for you, but it won't be open for you if you don't allow it to be open, if you don't let yourself experience it. You have to. Everything that's on the other side of fear is a lot of things that we really actually want. Everything that we actually really desire could be on the other side of fear. And I'll use another example. A few years ago, I could never do something like this. This would be anxiety prone. I would not want to be on a masterclass. I would not want to speak up because I was like, oh my God, what if somebody thinks something? What if they don't like what I say? What if they don't show up? What if, I get mocked? fear and then shame and all these different things were coming up, hindering me. And me doing my own work and loving on myself and understanding that a lot of the stuff that I was hindering myself in a way, and that everything I actually want is on the other side of it, because my wants don't change. I still want to help people. I still want to employ, like, educate and help people discover themselves. That doesn't change. It's just the fear is keeping me here. And if I honor the fear and I just stay stuck in it, then I'm saying I'm not worthy of more. And I diminish myself. My glow diminishes. I hope this is making sense for you guys. Okay, and guilt. Guilt is another way that you are not in your glow. And when you have guilt, it ties into shame as well. You carry a lot of guilt for past choices and past decisions and things that you've done. We can be the hardest on ourselves. We can beat ourselves up more than anybody else. I mean, people can beat us up, but the way we hold ourselves in bondage can be so much more than anyone else. And the way to be in the glow is to embrace more love. And so that means embracing more compassion for yourself, even the things that you wish you hadn't done, the things you wish you hadn't went through. It's more so, the more that you embrace love, the more the fear, the shame, the guilt, the more that diminishes it. The voice isn't so loud. We have to move towards the light or move towards love, so the shame and the fear and the guilt can diminish. So those are some signs. So I want to go in deeper about the ties to how you can lose your glow. So it can, and I'm not going to speak through all of these, but it can start with family. I like to say, when you relate to your family, are you honoring yourself? Are you a people pleaser? Are you always doing things for everybody else? Are you doing things even that you don't want to do? Are you allowing yourself to be put last? Are you not a priority in your family? Do you struggle with forgiveness? Have you released a lot of your dreams or your own desires so that you can appease somebody else? Maybe a family member, maybe a spouse, a partner, maybe your parents when you were a child. They may have implored, or whoever around you may have implored, you need to be this way, you need to dress this certain way to get a man, or you need to go to this certain type of school, or you need to act this certain way to be accepted. Anytime that we maneuver or we shift parts of ourselves, we lose our glow. We disassociate from who we are. When we come into this world, we are all made up differently. But what happens is that our families and our society and our friends, they start putting their opinions, they start speaking, what they've been through, or trying to implore on us what we should be, instead of letting us shine in our divinity. And so when you become an adult, what happens is that a lot of the things that you start realizing, you start having discomfort because you may not be in alignment with your truth. You may be moving because you've been taught to quiet your voice. And so in your relationships, you don't speak up for yourself and you feel discomfort, you feel resentment, you feel anger, because you've been taught that it's okay to diminish your voice. You've been taught that you're not supposed to speak up for yourself. Or maybe you've had a painful experience where when you did try to go after that job and you were rejected, or maybe even before the rejection, as a child, you were rejected. And when you try it as an adult, you don't go for things because you're afraid of the rejection, because that one experience. So it's been imprinted upon you, and you won't move because you're holding on to something that happened in your past. So we're always being impressed upon by our family, by our friends, by our job, and by society. Now, I want to just take like a piece from each one of these. Your friends can be pressed upon you or impress you by, are you sacrificing parts of yourself to fit in with your friends? I used to be very much a people pleaser. And so I sacrificed so many parts of myself. I molded myself to have friends. I was the one, if I'm around somebody, I'm liking what they like, I'm doing what they do, I'm sacrificing my own happiness. And I had a lot of resentment. I really didn't like the people I was around. I was like, wow, I gotta do stuff for them. Why I always gotta be the one that's, making myself available. They always lean on me. They always calling on me. They always asking for this. Then I started feeling like they using me. They taking from me. They doing all these different things when in reality, I just didn't have boundaries. I didn't speak up for myself. I didn't put in place where I don't have to show up all the time, but I felt I had to because I had this belief that if I didn't show up, they wouldn't like me. They wouldn't want to be around me. So I need to do so much to keep somebody. And we dishonor ourselves when we do that. We lose our confidence. We lose our glow because we're not showing up authentically. We're showing up as what we think somebody wants from us. And what you find is that when you show up and you're not being authentic, the people around you show up kind of the same way. So they're only responding to what you're putting out. And so a lot of my friends weren't authentic. A lot of my friends weren't, honest and caring just because I wasn't. I didn't show up that way. So they just reflected back to me where I was. I'll use your job as an example. Are you in a job that you love or are you in it for comfort? As I said to you earlier, I had got high blood pressure because I was in a job that I absolutely hated, but I thought I could not live without it because as a child, I was told, you got to stick on one job and you got to stay there for years and years and you got to make it work. And so I was on survival mode until it brought me down at 26 years old. Do you feel seen at your job? A lot of us don't feel seen. A lot of us don't speak up. A lot of us don't feel acknowledged or worthy at our job, but we stay. And in a way, that's still telling yourself that you're not worthy, that you're not deserving. And then on society, do you compare yourself to others? I mean, who doesn't do this if you're online? You're looking at everybody's pictures, you're scrolling, but that messes with you. Because if you see somebody that's showing this perfect lifestyle, if you see someone that's so in love or they have the perfect body or they have this and this house and this, whatever, the things that you desire and you don't have it, you start comparing yourself. You start feeling like what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I have those things? That doesn't feed your self-esteem, the love for self. That hurts us even more. That aids into something is wrong. Like something's wrong with me. Why can't I have those? And why am I not worthy of those things? I limit my social media because it's a problem. It used to be very much a problem for me. Do you feel that you're not enough because of social media, what you see? Do you live in a state of fear because of what you see on social media or the news? That's another way that can mess with your glow. Because if you're always in the space of feeding negativity into your spirit, because the news, I mean, we got to know about the news, but it can be a lot. It's always something going on. Somebody sad, somebody got hurt, shot, killed, somebody died, another catastrophe, another like tragedy. That's a lot, especially if you are a person that's very has a lot of empathy and you take emotions in. That's hurting your spirit. I protect myself. I protect my energy because it plays with me. Then I'm fearful of going outside. I'm fearful of existing with other people. I'm fearful of living. That's not being in my glow. That's not being in my shine. So I have to protect my peace at all times. I love this quote by Oprah. She says, "You become what you believe, not what you think, not what you think or what you want. You become what you believe, not what you think or what you want." Because I feel like a lot of people, we want certain things, we think we want these things, but what actually we become is what we actually believe about ourselves. And so this is what I want to jump into, is about our belief system, because it all stems from how we feel about ourselves and how we show up for ourselves. So this is the little nerd in me that's going to break this down. So your belief system is made up of 3 parts. It's made up of your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. But I want to talk about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So your conscious mind, sorry, let me go back. Your conscious mind is this moment. It's you watching this with me, you listening, you taking this in. It's how you react, it's how you move, how you think. It is, how you move throughout the world, how you're speaking, how you're writing, your movement, action that you take. That's your conscious mind. It's you right now in the present. But your conscious mind is formed by your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind, it is pretty much, it moves about 10 times faster as far as memories than your conscious mind. And it's formed by repetition. So as I was saying to you guys earlier, when you come into this world, you're already adapted to your own character traits. You already are at your core a certain person. But if you grew up in a family where you're always told you're not good enough, your dreams don't matter, you suck, or, you weren't supported in a certain way, that builds your subconscious. So your subconscious starts moving in that way consciously. It starts moving as if you don't believe in yourself, that you don't care for yourself, that you don't believe that you're worthy. So when you get older, because you've already been programmed that way, because you've already put that in your subconscious mind, that's how you move throughout life. So you don't go for the job, you don't like speaking up, you don't feel comfortable with yourself, you choose partners that are not healthy, you choose friendships that may not be healthy, you are an angry person because maybe you've had to protect yourself all your life. You've always had to feel like you were, forgotten or whatever the case may be. How we show up now is just a reflection of how we've been programmed. Your subconscious mind picks up on everything, and it's by repetition. So it's by your habits, by your beliefs, what you speak, what you think. That becomes your reality. So if you think of just in this moment, and I told you guys earlier, 6 months ago, I was in a really, really bad place. I was on the brink of depression. And for me to change that behavior, I had to do the work of reprogramming my subconscious mind. That meant I had to feed myself more love than the negativity, because at that time, the negativity was winning. You're not good enough. You're never going to go anywhere. You're always going to fail. Nobody wants you. These are the thoughts that was coming through my mind. These are the thoughts I was hearing. And the only way you can counteract fear or negativity is with love. But it has to be done repeatedly, because if it takes a lifetime for us to be filled with negative thoughts or negative behaviors, that means we got to give ourselves so much more time and diligence with reprogramming the way we think or the way we speak or the way we feel. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's a repetition. How much can we show up for ourselves? How much love can we give ourselves on a daily, consistent basis? Let's see. And it's also about how you feed your spirit. What are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you feeding your body? What are you giving to yourself? What are you giving to yourself that's nourishment? If we keep feeding ourselves negative things, that's what we're going to get. That's how we're going to feel. If we keep putting ourselves in situations that are not loving and conducive to our own growth, how can we grow? How can we blossom? So it always starts with us, our belief system. I'm very much, it's almost like when they say that you create your reality, or you're the author of your story, you really are the author. It just takes a choice, one choice. How am I going to show up for myself? How am I going to speak love into myself? How am I going to do that? Okay, so what is the key to living a life of glow? It's pretty basic. So we have fear. When we have fear, it's it's the mind or our emotions or our programming telling us that we can't go after what we really want, that we're not worthy of it, that we're not deserving, which a lot of this stems from things that we've experienced as children, things we experience in relationships with people as adults. And the body remembers. So if you're in a space where you were disappointed, you were hurt, you were put in a place where you weren't at your most powerful, then we don't want to go back there. The body doesn't want you to go back. The mind doesn't want you to go back. So that's where fear comes from. Hey, I'm trying to protect you. Hey, we don't want you to do this because you remember last time when you did that, you busted your ass. Remember last time you did that, they left you. You remember last time they did that, you was all alone. So let's not do that. Let's protect ourselves. But as I said before, fear keeps us in bondage. Fear just keeps us bounded. I was watching because Tina Turner passed a couple weeks ago, and I love Tina Turner. I'm obsessed with her. And I love her story because she exemplifies someone who paved the way for herself after a traumatic experience. And if you really watch her story, she lived a life of fear. She was in an abusive relationship for 16 plus years, and she was fearful, deadly fearful of this man. And she made a conscious choice that she was going to try another way of living because what she'd been doing had not been working for her. And so that came in her own spiritual beliefs, Buddhism, but it was a positive mindset. And when she started embracing more love into her life consistently, her life changed. She started building confidence. She started building more awareness for herself. She started wanting to show up for herself. That caused her to leave an abusive relationship because she finally believed that she could do that she was worthy of more. But that was because she was doing the inner work. She was showing up for herself. She was being kind to herself. She was being loving. And then she had to rebuild her whole life. And because she became bigger than she ever was in her relationship or her marriage with Ike. And that's all by the effort of her making a choice and choosing herself consistently. And so I equate this to this because if we live in a space of fear, nothing changes. But if we choose, how can I show up for myself? How can I be more loving? How can I be more kind? How can I prioritize myself and be willing to go down that journey? Your life changes. So it's about knowing the fear is there, but choosing love because love conquers all. Fear is going to be there, but love is a trumper. Okay, love will knock anything out the goddamn way, but you have to be willing. You have to be willing. So what I would like to do, I want to do a meditation with you guys. Let me see here. Oh, she said, okay. I was looking at the chat and Renee, I hope you can see it. Okay. Oh, she's trying to get in. Love is, let me just say this quote: love is never outside ourselves. Love is within us. We all have love within us. It's just remembering the love within us. So I'm going to do a meditation. I'm going to turn up this music. You guys want to probably get somewhere comfortable. And I'm a crier, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I cry, so I might get emotional myself on this thing. Every time I do a meditation, I'm breaking down in tears, which is fine. Everything is healing. Okay, so let's see here. 1 second. Gonna turn this up a little bit. Oh. Hi, Tara. Okay. Can y'all hear the music? Let me make sure I'm pull up here. You can't hear it? Okay, hold on. I might have to do it another way. So let me see. I'm gonna see if I can get this. Let's see here. One second. So I could get, if I could figure out how to do this. Y'all hear it? I wanted it just to play. Y'all hear it? You can't. Okay. All right, then. We're gonna try to make it work. Okay. Okay. So let's begin by getting into a comfortable position. Whatever is relaxing for you. Just get in a place where you're just breathing. You can close your eyes and make any type of adjustments that you need to get settled in. And what we're gonna do first is take a deep breath in through our nose. And we're gonna hold for 4 seconds. And then we're gonna let it out through our mouth. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. Let's take another deep breath in through our nose and hold for 4 seconds. Now, on these deep breaths, you're just gonna be breathing normally. And with each breath, you're gonna fall deeper and deeper into a relaxation state. Every inhale, you're gonna feel your eyes get heavier. Every exhale, you're gonna feel your jawline relax. And you are just focused on your breathing. Every inhale, you're going to feel your shoulders relax, your arms relax, your hands relax. Every exhale, you're going to feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into a relaxed state. Just breathing. Just present in this moment. Continue to breathe. Now, I would like for you to visualize yourself as a child. Visualize your younger self. Take in her face. What does she look like? What is she wearing? Is she smiling? Is she laughing? Is she dancing? Taking her hands, her hair, her shoes. This younger child is you. Now, as you're looking at her, you notice this big, dark bubble. It's very dark. And it's holding pieces of past pain, past feelings of abandonment, rejection, failure, insecurities. It's holding past memories or emotions of not showing up for yourself, of not feeling good enough for yourself. This little girl has created memories or created beliefs that she's not worthy of good things. She's created beliefs that she's not deserving of all the things that she wants. She's created beliefs that she's not confident, that she doesn't matter. She's created beliefs that her voice doesn't matter. She's created beliefs that who she is isn't enough. Those beliefs, while they may not be true, have reflected in how you feel about yourself today. Those beliefs have shown up in how you show up for yourself today. Those beliefs can be changed by you showing that little girl extra love. Continue to look at your younger self. Look how beautiful she is. Look how deserving of love. Look how much she is deserving of love. In this moment, you can give to her what she's always been seeking. Visualize yourself holding her, holding yourself as a child. Visualize yourself kissing her as a child. Visualize yourself speaking love to her as a child. Visualize you speaking, "You are enough. Your feelings matter. You matter. You are beautiful. You are confident. What you want matters. What you need matters." The more you speak love into her, the more that dark, dark bubble diminishes. The more you hold her, the more you feel love within yourself. You feel that love because it is you. As you hold her, you notice another bubble on the other side of her. It's clear, it's bright, and it's full of joy, happiness, peace, so much love. That bubble represents all that you have within you. This is the core of who you are, full of love, full of confidence, full of joy. Let that love bathe all over you as you hold your younger self so tightly. Bask in that love. The love that you give to her is the love that you give to yourself. The love that you show her is the love that you show yourself. Every day that you show up for yourself, you show up for her. Every day you prioritize yourself, you prioritize her. Every day that you honor yourself, you honor her. Fear cannot win when you welcome love in. Continue to breathe in this moment. Continue to fill yourself up with love. As you begin to release your younger self, yourself as a child, you notice now that she is full of love. She's glowing. She's glowing because you glow. She's smiling. She's laughing. She's full of joy. She thanks you for showing her love today. She thanks you for being kind to her today. By being kind to her, you're being kind to yourself. She thanks you for prioritizing her today. And as you release her, she begins to walk away with that beautiful bright bubble into the distance. Continue to breathe in this moment. And start bringing yourself back into the awareness of this present moment. You can start touching your hands, rubbing your feet, moving your shoulders, moving your neck. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. And bring yourself back whenever you're ready. Oh, every time. Okay. I hope everyone's okay. How was that? How was that? Well, y'all don't have to say. Okay. I'm gonna start crying. Yes, Debbie.
That was so beautiful. I have done a lot of YouTube guided meditations, but I never really touched that place of really being with little Debbie at 2 and 3 and brushing her hair and just really being with her. So that was very, very meaningful for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love on her for a while. Very nice.
she deserves it. I'm so glad you were able to. Oh gosh. Oh, I am overwhelmed. I got to see myself as well, so it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Oh,
Yeah.
oh goodness. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, that was good for me. Okay. Did anyone else? Did you want to say something, Renee? You don't have to. It's okay.
Sure. I've never experienced anything like that. And I've never pictured myself as a young girl. So I was emotional as well,
Oh,
but
yay.
it was really cleansing.
Yes.
I hope to continue to do that.
Yes. 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 Ashe, because um
Thank you.
you're welcome. What we find is that um the more you do it, the more it's an energy shifter, but it also helps um really you clearing the mind, because the mind just goes, and us coming back to our own heart space, I like to say, that's peace. That's really peaceful. We forget sometimes that, or we may not even be aware that we still have a little girl within us. We still have, our own desires, our own needs. We still have, dreams. Like that little girl is still there. And so we should definitely want to build a relationship or connection, because she still wants to be heard. A lot of times when we're adults and we're going through different things, we're still kind of operating from, things that we were taught as children. And so sometimes we need to parent ourselves. We deserve that. So I felt that myself. Little Jelisha was like, hey. She was like, what's up? So I was like, okay, maybe I gotta do some work too. I gotta talk to her later, because oh my goodness, she felt some type of way. But I would also say, even as the days come later, you're probably going to start still feeling things because of the meditation, because of that connection. If you start feeling like you need to write something, if you start feeling like you need to, maybe you'll wake up one day and you might want to listen to some music that you used to love as a kid, honor that. That's almost building a relationship with our inner child, and that helps with our confidence. That helps us feel good. So whatever comes up, just pay attention to how you feel and move the next couple of days, because anytime you experience a major type of meditation or any type of energy shift, at this moment, yes, it's beautiful, but it's what comes up later. It's going to be more things that's going to come up. It always is. So let's continue, because we don't have that much longer. So now let's talk about opening up your heart space, which we kind of did with the meditation. We opened up our heart space, which helps with igniting our glow or finding our glow, because part of finding that glow is connecting back to things that really honor us, that really feed into the good things, that feed into our spirit with love. So pretty much what this says: to live from your heart space requires you to challenge your current state of being. And that means you have to welcome more love in. And so just like in the meditation, the child may have had fear. Maybe she's been disappointed, maybe she's been rejected, maybe she's had and this could be even adult us. We've been disappointed, we've been rejected. And you saw how that feeling was when we welcome more love and we just bathe in the love. That's an amazing feeling. It lifts us up. So if we can do more of those things that can have us lifted up, can you imagine? Like you wouldn't be weighted down by fear. Fear couldn't hold you. There's so much more you can learn about yourself if you live in that space, or you do things that really, really make you feel good about you. As I say, fear inhibits you, but love liberates you. It's freedom. It's absolute freedom. Love is the highest vibration, y'all. In the world, love is the highest vibration. Fear is one of the lowest vibrations you can have. And so it's so easy to be in fear because it's just out everywhere. You know, when we go outside, what we see on the news, how people are angry, people, how they react because their own pain, how we show up because of our own stuff. But love, it just feels so much better. It just has you open. And when you're open, you're open to loving experiences that reflect who you are, the work that you put in. You become a magnet draw for that. You'll start meeting people, you'll start doors will start opening for you in ways you couldn't imagine. You'll start having more confidence to show up in ways you can't imagine. Excuse me. You start just moving differently. It's a glow, and it's not an outward thing, it's just an inner thing. And that begins with love. As I say, this kind of repeating because I'm just talking, but to move within love is an initiation for you to be more loving, compassionate, and kind to yourself. It's just, and even the dark spots, we all have stuff we've been through. We've all been disappointed. I wrote a book, Fuck Shame, Embrace Love, a few months ago. And I spent 2 years in shame because I got out of a situationship with someone and I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed that I kind of went against my boundaries, and I was embarrassed because I was angry at him. Like, how dare you do this to me? Like, I was angry. But that shame kept me, that was part of the reason why I was depressed. That shame, or going to depression, that shame kept me in a space of anger. I just was so angry and I was resentful. And I was in a why me? How could they do this to me? It was such a dark space, a dark space. But what has freed me is I've been so kind to myself. Like I'm being so kind to myself. Even, okay, girl, you know, you did do that. You made that choice, but that's okay. That was a lesson for you. Okay, girl, yeah, you know, we did backtrack a little bit, but that doesn't mean that you're not worthy. Doesn't mean you're not deserving. Okay, so I made that choice. Okay. And then when I'm being kind to myself, then I'm starting to see that other person in a different way. Oh, you know, he is who he is. And he showed up the best way he knew how. And even if that wasn't what I wanted, I mean, I have to show him grace because I'm showing myself grace. So the shame, the love and the compassion is, we can stay stuck in that, or we can choose to say, I can see this differently. I don't have to be so mean to myself. Okay, you messed up. Okay, you were hurt. Okay, this person hurt you. But do I want to hold this, or do I want to release it? Do I want to move forward? Do I want to keep being in a space where I'm reliving the same thing over and over again? Or do I want to be set free? I already said all of this because I was talking. But as I was saying you guys earlier, this is not something that you do overnight. It takes time. And I think, especially when you're on the journey of self-love and you're on the journey of building yourself up, we can get really, really like, we can almost feel like it's too much. We can almost feel like, okay, I got to do this. I got to work on it. I need to heal this. I need to do this. I got to look that. And I say, take things one thing at a time. It doesn't have to be this daunting journey. It's the little things that we do. If I could show myself gratitude daily, if I can, you know, write in my journal daily, or every other day, if I can do something little for myself, just a little bit, if I can meditate just a little bit, that changes, that becomes something huge. Because if I'm giving myself just a little bit, those little things turn into big things. Don't focus on the journey, focus on the present, just right now. What can you do for yourself right now? How can you bring more love into your space right now? I just said this is not a sprint. So I just know what I'm saying when I wrote all these things. I just already know. You are your own savior, and you are the only one who can set you free. And this is very key because We always look for, or we're hoping someone can help us. We're hoping someone can be that savior. I used to be really into Prince Charming on a horse. I was really into the Disney movies as a kid. I'm a romantic. So I was always waiting for that man on that white horse to come save me from the hell I was in. Come save me, because look, you're going to make my life better. But I'm 34 and single. but what I've learned is that that's an illusion. That's a fantasy. And that at the end of the day, even if someone is in my life, even if I have a partner, at the end of the day, I'm the only person that's left in this body. I'm the only person that's with this mind, with this heart. And I've been giving only this body. So that means that I have to do what I got to do to protect me, to make sure I'm okay, to make sure I prioritize myself. And that's what I want to remind you guys. You are your own savior, and you are the one that gets to change your current situation. People always say that there's something people say, oh, you know, I'm thinking when they tell you that you just, you know, life doesn't, like, it ain't always I'm trying to think of the saying, I can't think of it. Maybe I don't need to say it, but it's pretty much this, is that people say, oh no, I do know. People always talk about what someone else did to them. You always talk about what your family did, what your man did, what your girlfriend did, what your friends did. People hurt us. We get disappointed. People will do things to us that, you know, really can hurt, knock us down, knock us all the way down. But at the same time, it is on us to decide if we're going to stay there or if we're going to get up, if we're going to let this situation or this experience or this disappointment really, really just have us stuck. There's a difference between honoring your pain and honoring discomfort and honoring your emotions when you are hurting, and then just choosing to stay in it. If we choose to just stay in it, that what you're telling yourself, your self-esteem, what you're putting out, is that you just want to continue that pain, continue it, continue with the same programming. But if you can say, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this, I don't know how I'm gonna change this, but I want better for myself. I want something different. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I want to move forward. I want to let this go. That's the difference between staying stuck. A lot of people stay stuck because they don't have the awareness or the will to want different. You are your savior, so you can save yourself. I don't know what that slide was or whatever. So ways to open your heart space. This is a lot. I'm gonna try to break it down real quickly because I already went over an hour. I apologize. So let's get to it. Gratitude. Gratitude can change your life. Okay. You might hear this all the time, but gratitude is one of the highest vibrations besides love. One of the things I would say, how can you have gratitude when I'm feeling down? How can I have gratitude when my life is shitty, when things aren't working out for me? If we stay in the space that all we've seen is negative, all we feel is negative, then that we stay there, right? But if I can get up in the morning, even if it's morning, evening, whatever, if I can remind myself of what I'm grateful for in this moment, maybe I'm just grateful my baby is okay. Maybe I'm grateful that I just woke up this morning, I can breathe. Maybe I'm grateful for just being able to lay somewhere. Gratitude opens your heart to be present in the moment. Because a lot of us struggle with anxiety and depression. And when you struggle with anxiety, you're too worried about the future. And when you struggle with depression, you're too worried about the past. And the only way that you can really be okay is being in the present moment, is being here right now. And that's what gratitude allows you. It brings you back to this present moment where I'm not thinking of tomorrow. I'm not worried about yesterday, but I'm right here. I'm right here in this moment. I personally have a gratitude journal, and I do gratitude every morning. I make it my habit. It has to happen, because sometimes I have a 9-to-5 job, and sometimes my job get on my nerves, and I be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm about to cut. I'm about to go there today. Then I'm like, you know what? Grateful for I have this job. I'm grateful for this job because it's able to afford me to take care of my household. I'm able to take care of my family. And then I say, okay, let me bring it back. Let me bring it because if I stay in that, then I'm mad the whole day. This goddamn, it just changes your mood. It gives you perspective. Next up, ways to open your heart space. Start living intentionally. When I say live intentionally, you have the right to choose how you want to move throughout the day. It's just a choice. When I get up in the morning, I make a conscious choice. How do I want to feel today? What do I want to experience? If I want to feel love, how can I bring more love into my space? What am I doing that invites love into my space? How am I maneuvering? Because if you're not living intentionally, that means you're just participating. You're just a little person in a little game. You're not actively participating in your experience. So if I want to feel more love today, how am I pouring love in myself? That may just be me turning on some music while I'm at work. That may be journaling. That may be me going hiking. That may be me deciding I'm going to turn off my phone. I'm not going to talk to anybody today. I don't want to talk to anybody. But how can I move intentionally and not just move, just doing whatever? I'll use another example. Even at work is a good one because I'm always like, okay, I'm gonna move with love today because I deal with different people, and it gives me the perspective that when I see people going off and they losing their crap, I'm like, I'm being tested. But I'm choosing to see love from this situation. I see this person is hurting. This person is going through something. What they got going on has nothing to do with me. And so I'm choosing. I can't choose what they do. I can't choose how they react, but I can choose how I react. I can choose what I want to give my energy to. So that helps me in your glow. Meditation. What we just did, that also helps. You quiet the noise. If you want to build a relationship with your intuition, if you want to build a relationship with knowing who you are, if you want to build your self-esteem, if you want to start working on yourself, meditation. Even if you go to sleep at night, listening to meditation helps. It helps to quiet the mind. Meditation completely changed my life because I didn't know it was possible that I could heal my inner child, that I could listen to, I could quiet the thoughts in my head, that I could, it just started, my life started changing because I started getting quiet. So the stillness allows you to develop a relationship with you. I've already said journaling. Journaling helps because, a lot of us can't afford therapists. Some of us can't do coaches or mentors. And journaling allows you to get a relationship with you. It allows you to understand who you are or build a connection with you. I always like to just have thought-provoking questions and just start there. Who am I? What do I desire? How do I want to feel? What makes me happy? And I just sit with myself and allow whatever comes up because nobody's going to know you like you. But sometimes we forget who we are and we got to actually sit with ourselves to get there again, to build that. I've already said this, but practice forgiveness. Anytime that you feel shame or you feel regret, you feel pain, hold space for that. Hold space for your pain. Hold space for your past. Be kind to yourself. Even if you don't forgive yourself, start speaking, I forgive myself. I forgive myself and I release this. This no longer serves me. This is no longer helpful for me. I release this. I release this feeling. Start speaking life. Start speaking love. You'll be amazed. The more you do it, the more you start seeing a shift. Be aware of your environment. I've already said this. Be aware of who you're interacting with, what you're doing, what you're feeding your spirit. Don't run from your emotions. Feel them. A lot of times when we have discomfort, dis-ease within is because we need to pay attention to something. If we pay attention to it, it can pass. It's when we ignore it or we try to suppress it that we say succumb to it. So sometimes our body or our feelings is coming up because we need to cry, we need to feel, we need to honor that. I have a 4-second rule. I always say, take a deep breath in through your nose and hold for 4 seconds and release through your mouth. Do it 3 times and just sit with what discomforts in your body if an emotion's coming up and honor that. Honor that. You can even, I love to place my hand over my heart, over wherever that pain is. And I say, I welcome love in this space. I welcome love. I welcome love. Don't ignore your feelings. They're teaching you about yourself. And reparent yourself. That's something that we talked about. That's in the meditation. Your inner child is real. The little girl within you is real, and she deserves to be heard. And lastly, I would say work on feeding your 5 senses: taste, touch, smell, sound, and sight. Find things that really, really are pouring nourishing things into your spirit and be mindful of that. Start small. You don't have to do all these things at once, but this is just like a guidepost that would help you. This is a quote I love by Maya Angelou: nothing will work unless you do. Pretty self-explanatory. You want change to happen, it starts with you. And I think it's the last one. I would say for you guys just to take this with you. What did you learn about yourself from the meditation? What is holding you back from being in alignment to the desires of your heart? Or what fear is crippling you? And how are you contributing to that fear, to that belief system? Like what do you do daily? Or what are your actions that are enforcing that fear, that belief? And what is a small shift in your life that you can do today or tomorrow, whenever, that can create change for you? A small thing that you can give yourself. Small things turn into big things. Okay. So, see, you guys been commenting and I have not been looking at any of this. You're so welcome. Oh, Gail is saying, y'all, I have to read the comment. I don't want to keep y'all. So, that was pretty much the masterclass, y'all. We did that. I'm like, oh gosh.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So, just so you're aware, if y'all need to connect with me, I think you all have my website, so you can connect. I do offer one-on-one mentoring. I do also have a group program that's going to be coming out soon. I have a digital self-love workbook, and there's some affirmation cards on the site as well. But plug into it. If you follow me, connect with me. I am always available to talk because I'm here. And I've been on this journey, and I definitely, whatever I've come into knowledge of, I want to inform and help you guys. And so I love you guys. I'm so happy that you showed up for yourself today. Does anybody have any questions about anything about self-love or spiritual or anything before we end this? I don't mind answering questions.
When will the group program start?
Oh, that's a good question. I will be announcing the group program this next week. This starts from, it's a five-week program. So it's from June 24th to July 22nd. I will be announcing it next week. It's only going to be for about, I think, 8 people I'm allowing to be a part of the group. I will send everyone a message. I don't think I have you on my email list, Debbie, but I can get you added. I have your messenger, and so I'll send out a reminder to everyone once it gets released. It's a program, so it'll be great. It's pretty much Ignite the Glow Within, but it is going in deeper. So each week we're going to be unloading, like going way deeper, meditations, assignments, and really just plugging in to start that transformation. And I want to say this is already transformational, right? So this is a lot of information you received tonight. It's going to be working through you. it's already for you showing up for yourself. It's going to work through you. Just be willing and open, and whatever's for you is for you. And if it isn't, take what you get from it. That's it. Any other questions? I don't mind. If I got quit by self-love, it don't matter. It don't matter. I'm with it. I want to make sure if I healing and learning to love I want to just make sure there's no questions here.
There was a question about the PowerPoint. You'll be sending that out?
Yes. Thank you. Yes, I will be sending out the PowerPoint. I have been depressed pretty much. Oh, Thera. Oh my goodness. Sending you so much love there. I hope you are connected on my my website, my list. I believe so. Sending you love. Thank you for showing up for yourself at this present moment. And I just want to send you so much love. Take it slow, take it simple, and thank you for just being authentic and sharing your story. And thank you for just being willing. Okay. I want to connect with you. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you. You asked about the PowerPoint as well. The PowerPoint, yes. The PowerPoint will be sent out. The recording will be sent out for those who missed it. And I'm just trying to, thank you. I'm just trying to read yours. I struggled with fear for years and I wouldn't want to leave the house and stop. I was stuck and also depressed. I was afraid to fly. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just flew 2 years ago. It was my first time flying.
Girl, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I was I understand. I never wanted to fly. I was afraid of flying. I was afraid of going anywhere because my family told me you gonna die if you go anywhere. So I just was like, I don't want to crash.
Right.
I don't want to get bombed. So good for you.
Yeah.
Facing fear. So good for you. Okay. I've enjoyed this, guys. I'm gonna have to go through everything, but I don't want to keep you. If y'all don't have any other questions, I will send it out to you. Debbie, I'm gonna message you so I can get your email so you can get added to the list. And let me just make sure we will be posting a replay in our Facebook group. Yes, thank you, Gail. But once again, thank you. And I hope you guys have a good evening. I appreciate you guys so much. And sending you so much love. Thank you.
Thank you.
You did a beautiful
Night.
job.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Debbie.
Yeah, it really was for me life-changing. That's really why I want the PowerPoint, because I'm like, wow, everything's in here. She said everything I needed to hear. So
Ashe.
really, really
I'm
exceptional.
I agree.
Ashe,
Yeah.
Ashe. I'm so happy, grateful, gratitude. So I'll send it to you. It will be tomorrow. Because I now have to purge myself.
Yeah.
So I'll send it to you tomorrow, and I'll also send you if you can just message me your email, and that way I can
Mhm.
add you, and I'll make sure you get everything. Okay.
Okay, and I want to jump in the group. So
Of course. Thank you. Yay. So yes, the information will be released next week. And yay, it's gonna be life-changing. We're gonna do this work and it's gonna be amazing. So I'm excited. Yay. Okay, y'all. Wait, before we go,
Oh.
Renee, I know you're in Texas. You're in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Where are
Austin?
you, Debbie? Austin. Where are you, Debbie?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Where are you?
I'm in Dallas.
Okay.
Are you getting all that smoke?
So I've been in a house all day, you know.
Oh, wow.
But one of my fun things to do is watch your videos. They always cheer me up.
Oh,
Like, there she is.
thank you. Thank you. Y'all, that's what I'm saying. This growth thing is amazing because a couple years ago, I would be like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't post anything. now I just like, you know what, y'all gonna get me.
It just shows me because you have so much to offer. It
Aw,
just, and you keep saying none of us are perfect,
no.
you know? So jump in and do it. And when I look at it, I'm just like, this is as good as it. I mean, it's just so real. And we
Oh,
just so need it.
Ashe, I received that completely. Look, everyone wants to tell us we gotta be a certain way, but really we just need to be. And
Yeah.
I'm not perfect. I done shaved my head. I'm going against the norm.
Right.
And you look beautiful.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I decided to like, I'm very much like, if you tell me I'm supposed to do it this way, I want to do it the other way because I don't want to fit in the box. I fit in the box for so long, I lost myself. So now I'm just like, show up, just show up. If you do, just show up
Yeah.
as you are.
I like when you dance. I like when you have your big sunglasses on. I like colors. I
Yes.
just like it. I really
I
do.
say, thank you. I love love. I love good
And
things.
you can feel that.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And so that's another thing with the group. We'll get into that, how we can like plug in and get our love thing on, build our own relationship, find our own flow. Yeah, it'll be great. But I'm not trying to keep y'all. I'm not trying to keep
And
um
we got love flow going on. Yeah.
but I appreciate y'all. Yeah, so Debbie, please send the email and I'll send it to you and we'll go from there. Thank you, Renee. You have been like
Thank you.
you've been consistently just always like supportive, but I send so much love to you and
Thank you.
just thank you. Just keep showing up for yourself. Keep doing it and you will see change. You will. Just keep being willing and it will happen.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. But I is this thing still recording? I don't know. Oh,